Greetings, this is my proposal about ecotourism. My project proposal is entitled Ecotourism Development in Puro with a focus on environmental conservation. The implementation organization is the Laro sa Isla, and the counterpart organization is the local communities of Puro with a proposed budget of 250,000, and the project commencement date or the starting date will be on June 12, 2023 if this project will be implemented. And the project location will be at Mount Quarry, Alta Vista, Puro, Cebu. And the project contact will be me, Jimly Enoch. I am the Director, Environmental Development Program, Coordinator, and Organizer. And I live in Northern Poblacion, San Francisco, Cebu, and that's my number, 095192827141, and my email, jimlyenoch5140@gmail.com. We all know that ecotourism is a good way to protect, preserve, and conserve the environment and the local community. In fact, ecotourism is a component of environmental protection, as is knowing the needs of the locals so that you may help to enhance their quality of life. And ecotourism has a lot of benefits offers to us, such as benefits to the environment or the environmental, social, cultural, and economic well-being of the destinations and local communities surrounding its nature reserve. And for the summary of the need, ecotourism has been generally acknowledged as a transformative force in the use of natural resources. Laro sa Isla, the counterpart organization of the proposed project, an exceptional nonprofit organization that promotes and engages sustainable practices in Camotes community development, has recently observed that the region's booming tourism sector requires sustainable practices and conservation. The organization has extensive experience advocating for and promoting environmental conservation and sustainable practices on the island. The organization has recently observed and seen that there is still a need for deeper involvement of local communities as well as young people to engage and participate in the program. As a result, this program aims to promote sustainable practices, conservation, preservation, and environmental safeguarding by educating and interacting with the community on how to conserve and preserve the Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve. In relation to tourism and culture, purchasing of mountain bikes and camping equipment, and creating and promoting environmentally friendly cultural goods, instead of constructing accommodations and infrastructure for travelers. In addition, building activities contribute to land deterioration. This proposal eliminates those elements while promoting environmentally friendly methods. So the project goals. The overall goal of this project is to maintain the ecology system of the Mount Quarry Nature Reserve in conjunction with the community and other stakeholders in order to generate sustainable tourism in Alta Vista, Puro, Cebu. Ensuring long-term conservation goals of the mountain through ensuring sustainable usage of cultural and natural resources. And aside of this project goals is to raise awareness among the locals about the significance of using tourism to produce income in order to support their lives, as well as to conserve the reserve. The project also intends to provide opportunities for locals to increase their income per capita by fully engaging in tourism activities such as direct employment as tour guides, bike rental operators, camping equipment operators, and other related activities in the industry, ensuring long-term conservation of Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve. So, the environment and the local communities are the main goal of the proposed project by giving job opportunities to local community and as well as ensuring that the proposed project is no harm to the environment, that it is well preserved and protected while it is being used as a tourism. So that is the project goals. And the project partners will be the Laro sa Isla, the stakeholders, the community organizations at a local level, tourism-related services providers, and environmental resource management. So these will be the partners in making this proposed project possible to happen and be implemented efficiently and effectively. The target groups will be the local communities, the tourists, and the local businesses. Local communities because they are the local inhabitants. They are the ones who live in the area, and this initiative provides opportunities for them which may assist them to earn a living. And the tourists, because they are the one who spend money for tourism, which contributes significantly to the local economy. And the local businesses, because they might be urged to contribute to nature reserve conservation efforts. They can do so by incorporating environmentally friendly methods into their regular operations, such as decreasing plastic waste, recycling, and so on. These methods not only improve the environment, but they also attract environmentally conscious clients who want to support businesses that share their beliefs. The project objectives and outputs. My immediate objective one is to ensure long-term conservation goals of the mountains through ensuring sustainable usage of cultural and natural resources. So this will be the long-term of Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve imputed. And my immediate objective two is to promote mountain bike tours and rent bikes with camping kit to camp at communities or within the reserve. So these bikes and camping equipment will be used as revenue generating activities for Alta Vista community and other tourism partners. So this will be the improvement of living standards amongst the local community. In the project periods and activities, number 1, to promote sustainable practices, conservation, preservation, and environmental safeguarding by educating and interacting with the community on how to conserve and preserve the Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve in relation to tourism and culture, purchasing of mountain bikes and camping equipment, and creating and promoting environmentally friendly cultural goods. Number 2 is to raise awareness among local residents regarding the impact of ecotourism in connection to Mount Quarry Nature Reserve. And number 3, to raise awareness among locals about the significance of using tourism to produce income in order to support their lives as well as to conserve the reserve. And the fourth one is to improve economic status of local people living adjacent to Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve, increase fund for conservation activities as tourists visiting Mount Quarry Nature Reserve will pay entrance fee, and also ensure visitor satisfaction as tour guides will have better knowledge about their environment. Local people learn positively effect on tourism, particularly on the use of ecotourism as tools to earn money. And lastly is to provide opportunities for locals to increase their income per capita by fully engaging in tourism activities such as direct employment as tour guides, bike rental operators, camping equipment operators, and other related activities in the industry, ensuring the long-term conservation of Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve. So those are the project periods and activities. So this will be the project case success criteria or the indicators. Number 1 is the receipts for purchase equipment as well as all relevant documents such as tax, invoices, and credit card statements. Training reports, training of the tour guides on professional ecology, ethics, and history, and procure materials and seminars or stationaries. So these are the project case success criteria or the indicators. And for the assumptions and risks, all necessary equipments will be purchased and be ready to be rented by visitors before the launching of the new activities. The legal framework will not change drastically in the near future. The preparedness of the natural catastrophes like floods or landslides hamper the success of the project is already in place. The availability of funds are ready before the purchasing process. The Laro sa Isla, service providers, and natural resources managers are already in place. And for the monitoring and evaluation, the project's monitoring and evaluation system will include an annual project evaluation that reflects project activities and stakeholder interaction. Monitoring will take place during the project implementation, while evaluation will take place on regular basis depending on the indications provided. Experience and feedback of the tourists will be conducted to evaluate the efficiency of the project. Equipments and gears will be monitored. And lastly, monitoring and evaluating the overall management of the project. So Laro sa Isla will be the project organization, so they will be the ones to manage the overall proposed project. Starting the monitoring, the overall management of the project will be done by project coordinator. day-to-day contact and monitoring of the project will also from project coordinator, and purchasing equipments and gears needed will be the purchaser, and organize all the uh, practicalities related to the project activities and coordinate with the staffs and interns will also be the project coordinator, and monitoring activities, monitoring rental equipments and gears and etc. will be the operators. And for the logical framework, the objective is to ensure the long-term conservation goals of the mountains through ensuring sustainable usage of cultural and natural resources for the long term of Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve imputed. And the activities of it will be to educate tourists and local communities, conducting workshops to raise community understanding of the detrimental and positive consequences of the tourism on Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve, procurement of the camping equipments and mountain bikes, and the objective verifiable indicators will be the number of seminars, meetings, and projects anticipated by the locals, and the means of verification will be training reports, receipts for purchase equipment, as well as all relevant documents such as tax invoices and credit cards statements. And for the assumptions will be the community, locals, as well as the organizations will join forces and must have cooperation in order to attain these objectives. And the immediate objective too is to promote mountain bike tours and rent bikes with camping kit to camp at the communities or within the reserve. These bikes and camping equipment will be used as revenue generating activities for the Alta Vista community and other tourism partners, or the improvement of living standards amongst the local community. And activities will also be educate tourists and local communities, conducting workshops to raise community understanding of the detrimental and positive consequences of tourism on the Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve. And the objective verifiable indicators will also be numbers or the number of seminars, meetings, and project anticipated by the locals, and means of verification will be the training reports, and the assumptions will also be the community, locals, as well as the organizations will join forces and must have cooperation in order to attain this objective. So we are now at the crucial part, which is the budgeting plan and timeline. So this will be the project summary costs, and this will be the activities. Procurement of the camping equipments and mountain bikes will cost 170,000. Of course, we need purchaser to procure all the materials needed. It will cost 5,000. Training of local tour guides based on the following topics will cost 30,000. To raise awareness among local residents regarding the impacts of ecotourism in connection to Mount Quarry Nature Reserve will cost 20,000, and other expenses will cost 25,000. So overall, the proposed project will need 250,000. And for the proposed activities and time frame, to purchase camping gear will be done on June 2023, and training of the tour guides on professional ecology, ethics, and history will be done in July 2023, and conducting seminars on tourism awareness creation to the community has both negative and positive consequences with regard to Alta Vista Mount Quarry Nature Reserve, and the construction of people's perceptions on tourism as well as increased camaraderie between locals and tourists will be done on August 2023. And that would be all. Thank you.